Okay, we're going to take a look at this power bank with built-in light. Opens up like that. There's a bit of play in the actual vertical bit. There's your on switch. You hold that down a couple of seconds and your light comes on full power. Gives off a pretty decent light. You do get two other brightness levels by clicking the button briefly. Third press turns it back up to full. If you hold the button down a couple of seconds, it turns off. Like I said, it is pretty bright. You do have two power outlets. Now it says on the instructions on your back, the specifications on the back, output 1 is 1 amp and output 2 is 2.1 amp. Now I took that to mean output 1 gives out 1 amp and output 2 gives out 2.1 amps. However, if you've got my power meter here, I've got my iPad just there, connect that in. Output 1 is giving out 1.9 amps. Okay, output 2 is giving out 1.9, 1.85 amps. So I don't really know what that refers to, but suffice to say both give out around about 1.8, 1.9 amps. Your iPad can charge around about sort of 2.1, 2.2, maybe up to 2.3 amps. So that's a little bit down on power there, but still not too bad. There are additional leads built into this. You've got a standard USB lead there, obviously for powering other devices. You also have on the other side, which is quite neat, a micro USB, and you also have in there a little plug for lightning. I just will show you one issue I've had with this. Not a problem at all using the micro USB, but when you connect into this lightning socket, I mean that's as far as that goes in. There is obviously a gap in that, but as you can see, but if you plug this into a lightning socket, turn on, there's nothing coming out. You'll find, and you can just see on that, it's not making a proper connection in there. So like I said, there's no problem using the micro USB direct into a device that's got that sort of socket, but using the lightning adapter certainly on this iPad Pro and also on the iPhone 6 that I'm currently recording on, you get this problem with the lack of connection, or the temperamental connection in there. So make of that what you will, but that aside, that goes back in there and that clips into the top. I did actually need to just shave a little bit off the inside of that little sort of hole in there where this plug is sort of a friction fit, if you will. So that just fits in there nice now, and I can get that out quite easily. Before it was quite tight, so I just needed to take a little bit off that. I have charged this up fully from pretty much empty. There was a tiny bit of charge in it when it was delivered. I did charge it, and I was charging it up with the little power meter here in line, and I saw it took round about 7,400 milliamps, something like that. So they're saying it's an 8,000 milliamp hour battery. Actually 8.4 milliamp 8.4 amp hour battery. So it's probably not a million miles away from that, because there's already been a bit of charge in that. But it's a nice little unit. Like I say, there's just a bit of play in that, which could be a little bit better, and just the issue with the lightning socket. But apart from that, it's not a bad little power bank.